416-661-4878 or on your cell phone at #LTD. Coming up in 60 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones, including a collision. Westbound 401 collectors approaching Weston.
City News Time, 9:10.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your cars today.
With car values at an all-time high, our donors are now getting the largest tax credits ever. Donate today at carsforkids.ca, and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Satisfy your sandwich cravings with our Veal Chicken Ciabatta sandwiches. Lightly breaded cutlets covered in our home-style tomato sauce and toasted to perfection. Ciao, I'm Dominic Primucci, inviting you to try them today and taste the difference.
Time 9:11.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Craig Gear.
This report is brought to you by AGM Renovation. So we've got a couple of issues here. So on the eastbound Gardner, now the ramp to York Bay Yonge is blocked off completely. We've got fire and Toronto Transportation here. The police are here as well and trying to clear away this crashed vehicle off of the ramp, and then they'll get it reopened. Really heavy on the East Gardner, approaching Dufferin to about the Jarvis ramp, almost backed up to South Kingsway area, Humber Bridge area, all the way through to basically the Jarvis ramp. So a pretty heavy drive here. Northbound on the DVP 404 through the approaching Eglinton up to York Mills. Southbound delays Elgin Mills to Major Mac and Finch down to Bayview Bloor. Westbound Gardner, some delays now Jameson to Parkside, and the QEW busy 427 to Mississauga Road and 4 Drive to Trafalgar. On the westbound 401, we have a collision approaching Markham Road in the collectors. 2 right lanes are blocked off. There they go. It's all clear now. Just as I mentioned that, all lanes are reopened. That's going to help things out. Backed up from Nielsen collectors towards Markham Road. Busy approaching Markham Road in the Express, and from McCowan collectors all the way through to Avenue Road. Go down to 2 lanes, all the way through the lane realignment beginning approaching Avenue in the Express. No problems on the eastbound 401, but it's heavy approaching the 427 to Kiel Express and collectors. Need a new roof? Get AGM to replace it. AGM can replace your roof from only $85 a month with 1-day service. And don't pay for a full year. Book now at agmrenovations.com. With the forecast, Denise Andriacci.
Some wet weather in the forecast today and temperatures below seasonal, guaranteed high of only 20. We are going to rebound tomorrow near 25 for a high with a mix of sun and clouds. Before today, keep that umbrella handy. We have some showers, sunny breaks. We're down to near 12 overnight tonight. The guaranteed high, 20 degrees. Right now it's cloudy and 13 degrees. City News Time, 9:13.
Now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute.
Over to Mike Apple at the Business Center. Mike.
Markets are steady right now. Laura, the Canadian dollar is backing away from its earlier high that was reached before we had the unemployment statistics for the month of May in from StatsCan this morning. And that May employment data showed a little bit of moderation in the economy. The jobs market lost 17,300 jobs. Unemployment rate up for the first time in 9 months to 5.2%. Employment down here in Ontario by 24,000. Wage growth moderating a little bit. The services sector lost some jobs as well. Not necessarily the start of a trend. Well, that'll happen over the next few months, but maybe taking a little pressure off the Bank of Canada for interest rates. We have the Dow futures on Wall Street signaling, well, what is likely going to be a mixed start. Dow futures down 60, S&P and the NASDAQ both up because Tesla is up by 6.5% pre-market after signing General Motors on to its supercharging system. At the City News Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
When the cost of living rises, how you invest matters. A financial advisor can help you make sense of it all. Now's the time to invest with advice. Visit dynamic.ca/advice. Still ahead on City News 680.
More Anthony Bass fallout. I thought the best way to handle this would have him not be there at all. His latest statement, once again, didn't go over well.
City News Time, 9:14.
Looking for a natural health product to reduce your joint pain? Try Genicol Pain Relief, Canada's #1 selling joint care supplement. This formula contains amino-1 collagen and eggshell membrane, 2 clinically proven ingredients helping to reduce joint pain associated with osteoarthritis. Thanks to Genicol Pain Relief, you can start to feel results in just 5 days. Find Genocol Pain Relief at your local pharmacy and on Amazon. This product may not be right for you. Always read and follow the label.
Makes me feel so good. Stop, let me tell you a story.
Everyone is losing their heads over Six the Musical. Variety says that Six is a solid 10. The New York Times proclaims Six totally rules. Now Six is coming to the Six. Join the Six Wives of Henry VIII at the Royal Alexandra Theatre in Toronto, beginning September 23rd. Book at Mervis.com.
Toronto's news. Now, this is City News 680. Everywhere. Yes, it is Friday. Mix of sun and cloud today for the GTA. Chance of showers. We're getting some right now, actually. City News guaranteed high 20. Good morning. I'm Paul Cook.
And I'm Laura Carney. Here are the top stories right now.
Just in time for the weekend, Environment Canada's special air quality statement has ended. Wildfire smoke still lingering, but not as bad as the past 2 days. Possible implications for interest rates. An 8-month streak for job creation is over. Stats Canada reports the unemployment rate rose 5.2% in May, marking the first increase since August 2022. And still ahead on City News 680.
It now appears nuclear missiles under Russian command will be stationed in Belarus by mid-July.
Time now for sports.
From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Sun and Bennett.
While more Canadian tennis history, a great French Open in doubles continues for the red and white. Layla Fernandez and American partner Taylor Townsend advanced to the women's doubles final this morning. A big 6-love, 6-4 win over the all-U.S. team of Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula. Townsend will actually go for a third doubles title this season with 3 different partners. Her and Fernandez will play for hardware this weekend. Happening now, the men's semifinals, Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz will be the match of the week. Djokovic leads 2-1 in the first set. And the RBC Canadian Open, it's crowded in the leaderboard right now. Corey Connors no longer sharing the lead. A strong start for Andrew Novak, who leads on his own at 6 under. Connors and a slew of others are shot back as we speak. Connors tees off just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. Mackenzie Hughes and Taylor Pendrith both 3 off the pace. The Blue Jays 10-3 in their last 13 games after taking 3 of 4 against the Astros. They face the Twins. Minnesota leads the American League Central and would trail Toronto if they were in the same division. Yusei Kikuchi on the mound at 7 on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and Sportsnet. And after a record-setting night from Nikola Jokic and Kitchener Jamal Murray, can the Denver Nuggets go up 3-1 in the NBA Finals? Game 4 in Miami is tonight at 8:30. Sports at 15 and 45. That's every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
City News time 9:17.
When summer brings the heat, McDonald's brings the chill. During summer drink days, enjoy a small iced coffee or a refreshing Coca-Cola for $1 plus tax and step up your summer today. At participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada, prices exclude delivery.
Mark's This Is Big event is on now. Until June 14th, save up to 60% on a wide selection of styles, including great gift items like Levi's clothing at 40% off, just in time for Father's Day. Mark's This Is Big event on now at Mark's and Mark's.com.
Taylor and Alex have been classmates since first grade. They've got quite a competitive streak between them. Taylor won the math award. Alex is on the honor roll. Taylor captains the soccer team. Alex is the lead scorer. They both want to go to university. Taylor will. Alex won't. In fact, Alex may not graduate from high school because the gap between students in low-income communities and their education is growing. Help close the gap. Donate to Pathways to Education to help them graduate from high school.
City News time 9:18.
We're learning more about Russia's plan to station nuclear weapons in Belarus. City's Alex Broomfield has the latest.
Vladimir Putin is meeting with Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko in Sochi today. The 2 leaders revealing more details of a previously announced plan for Russia to move some of its tactical nuclear arsenal into Belarus. Putin now says the facilities will be ready to receive the weapons on July 7th or 8th. Sky News defense analyst Michael Clark says the timing is noteworthy.
In a very important NATO meeting in Lithuania, Vilnius, is the following week, the 11th and 12th of July. So this is something I think he hopes will affect the way in which allies line up at the NATO summit.
Most of Ukraine's northern border is with Belarus. Putin first announced this plan back in March, then again in May. Tactical nuclear weapons are still devastating, but smaller than strategic nuclear weapons, which have the power to wipe out whole cities. Alex Bloomfield, City News.
City News Time 9:19. New at the movies this weekend, it's Transformers versus Spider-Man.
Autobots assemble.
There is a darkness coming.
Transformers: Rise of the Beast hits theaters this weekend. The seventh film in the Transformers franchise. This one a prequel set in the 90s. It's expected to battle last week's #1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, for first place. It's the only film opening wide this weekend. On the small screen, live-action Spider-Man Tom Holland stars in the Apple TV Plus drama The Cry that Grew, and Eva Longoria directs the snack-based movie Flamin' Hot on Hulu. Good idea. It's expected channel to change everything. Jason Ayers, ABC News.
Hollywood. Coming up in 60 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones, including the all-important weekend forecast.
City News Time 9:20. It's Employment Law Q&A.
Here's Canada's leading employment lawyer, Howard Levitt, from levittlawyers.com.
Howard, true or false? A wrongful dismissal case is worth what a court would award.
False. It's worth what a court will award if it goes to court, but most cases never get to court. If there's something in that case, in those facts, that are embarrassing to the employer, they'll generally pay more than the case is worth in court. And if there's something embarrassing to the employee that they don't want to see the light of day, they'll generally take less than they get in court. But remember, every court decision is on public record.
True or false? I am legally bound to a contract that does not provide much severance pay.
False. About 98% of contracts in Ontario right now are not binding because of the number of recent court decisions. And if they're not binding, you're entitled to full wrongful dismissal damages.
To contact Howard, visit levittlawyers.com. That's levittlawyers.com. Employment Law Q&A.
From City News 16 and Howard Levitt.
Time 9:21.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Craig here.
This report is brought to you by Lexus of Oakville. On the eastbound Gardner, we still have a blocked ramp. It's the ramp to York Bay Yonge. And it's really jamming up here. We've got quite a visual distraction now. Instead of the one vehicle with a pedestrian waiting for help, we've got all the help. So eastbound Gardner, delays from approaching Humber Bridge to basically the Jarvis ramp. But it gets really busy as you pass by this issue. Getting onto the DVP northbound, volume approaching Eglinton up to York Mills, southbound heavy Fitch down to the Bayview Bloor ramp. We've got a ramp closed thanks to emergency construction at the Steeles ramp onto the southbound 400. Not a real problem along the 400 here. Southbound, just a bit of volume south of Shepherd to the east 401 ramp. Northbound delays are non-existent. It's pretty decent right now, but that might change as you make your way out of the city to the lakes. On the eastbound 401, delays approaching the 427 to Keogh, alternately expressing collectors. Westbound delays 412 to Salem and approaching Markham Road to Avenue Road, alternating expressing collectors. You go down to 2 lanes inside that long-term construction approaching Avenue Road. Lisa 2023 IS 300 all-wheel drive F Sport 1 at 4.8% for 24 months with bi-weekly payments from $298. See lexusofoakville.ca. With the forecast, Denise Andriacci.
Well, the lawns and gardens will be happy today. Just a few millimeters of some wet weather. Don't worry, we dry up for Saturday. If you have outdoor plans tomorrow, you are good to go. The air quality is better, and it looks to stay that way. Could change as we still have over 100 fires burning in Quebec and northeastern Ontario. But with a shift in wind direction tomorrow, we should be okay. A daytime high near 25. Wet weather is back in the forecast for the end of day Sunday and through Monday. Our guaranteed high today, 20 degrees. Right now downtown, it's cloudy and 13 degrees. And because we made the weather guarantee yesterday, our jackpot increases to $7,400.
Coming up at 9:30, how Torontonians are reacting to the special air quality statement being lifted. Also, why there were some white-knuckled moments behind the wheel for some drivers on the 401 through Etobicoke last night. And for the first time in U.S. history, a former president is facing federal charges. What will it mean for the 2024 race for the White House?